Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. My name is Bee Copeland, and I am an HR director here with the Deluxe Corporation. I am super excited to have this time with you today to bring to you a conversation with great leaders within our company from our IT and cloud organization. Gentlemen, would you take a moment to introduce yourselves, tell us about yourself and what brought you to Deluxe? Cindy?
Yeah, thanks, Bree. Hey, good morning, everybody. Delighted to be here sharing some thoughts with you all. My name is Sandeep Karidi. I lead the data and analytics business at Deluxe Corporation, and I've been with the company about 14 months, and I live in Atlanta. And the reason I came to Deluxe is, a company that's been around for as long as we have, over 100 years, as everyone heard, going through a significant transformation and reinventing itself. And that was something that I was attracted to come be part of this journey and share my expertise and contribute to this mission. Krish?
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, I guess good evening. So like Sandeep and Bee said, really excited to be here to talk about what we do here at Deluxe. My name is Krish Shetty. I've been building software solutions for over 20 years. Especially love building stuff for our customers, something that can delight them, really passionate about that. Been in the fintech space for about 15 years. My role here at Deluxe, I had product development and engineering. What that means is my teams and I are really responsible for building our products, platforms, solutions that our customers use. Of course, all of this is something that we build in partnership with all our different functional leaders and functional teams across Deluxe. I've been in Deluxe this is a little over a year now. I came to know about this opportunity in Deluxe really through a search firm and also a good friend of mine who was a part of Deluxe. What I heard during the interview process was, hey, we're transforming, talk to some of the business leaders on the leaders on the business segment side. Heard that sense of excitement from our CIO, Mike Matthews, from our presidents, and I was like, wow, this is really a great vision. We want to transform us as an organization. I knew a little bit about Deluxe, being that it had a rich history. It was more than just checks. But as I talked to everyone else through that process, I heard all the right sound bites, and here I am now, a year later. So
wonderful. Thank you for that. Thank you both for sharing with us your insights and what brought you here. Now, gentlemen, you partner on a number of initiatives. Why is your collaboration important, and how do you foster that sense of collaboration with your teams? Krish, do you want to pick that one up?
Sure. So, like you said, collaboration, building products, platform, whatever we're doing is really a team sport, right? It is where we're bringing a whole bunch of different functional folks together, a lot of teams, a lot of individuals together who come together as a team. So from a collaboration perspective, really what we're trying to do is provide our teams with that clarity. Hey, here's the vision, here's what we want to do, and here's how we were going to go ahead and build this. Of course, it takes time for us to really get everyone together and make sure we're all heading in the right direction. But truly that collaboration aspect of it with our product partners, and Sandeep is one of our product partners on the cloud and the data side. Really exciting to hear how our customers are going to use it. How our customer, we look at it as a customer first approach, or really empathizing with our end users. That kind of helps us go back and make sure that we're building the right solutions. And for this, we have to get not only product, but marketing, sales, all of these folks come together really to build that. I know what your thoughts are, Sandeep.
Yeah, no, absolutely. One of the things companies our size or larger, struggle with is getting out of, siloed work structures and just silo mindsets. At Deluxe, we have a very clear mission in the way we operate. I am Krish's customer. His and his team's goals are aligned with what we're trying to do on the business side. These are not, two separate things, and we work towards, common goals around meeting customer demands, achieving our financial objectives, and there's rarely a situation where maybe those two things aren't aligned. And if there's ever a reason to question that, we have a good cadence of, communication, collaboration, and working through. And in my time here, it's never felt like that there's no partnership or there's any concerns. It's always around how, Krish and his team always come to me and, what are your business goals and how can we best support, what you're trying to achieve. So, and I know we're specifically talking about business and technology, but I would say that sentiment is echoed throughout our organization, whether it's business and finance or business and marketing or any other groups that is, common. I would even say we have, 4 operating segments, and that's true even across segments to say, hey, how can cloud help payments or vice versa? And because we're in this together and we believe in the mission of, One Deluxe.
Thank you for that. Now, here at Deluxe, we say we have an everyone innovates culture. How do you foster that in the organizations you support? And for future employees, what can you say to them about that everyone innovates culture?
Yeah, I can start with that, V.
Thank you.
So in the business I lead, and I have the privilege of supporting, we help enterprises, small businesses, and financial institutions, deepen their customer relationships through technology-enabled solutions. And at the heart of these solutions is our data ecosystem. And we have a team of dedicated experts that come in every day to provide solutions and delight, their clients. And as a leader, the best thing I can do is get out of the way, empower them, and set the expectation that good ideas can come from anywhere. It's not just my job to come up with ideas and bring them to fruition. So we have ideas for new solutions, ideas for process efficiencies that routinely come in from our data engineers, from our data scientists, from our data delivery experts. And we have a way to gather ideas, both from in terms of a structured way and an unstructured. Unstructured might be something small, simple things. When it's more structured, we have an ongoing opportunity at least once a week where individuals can come in and share with them an idea, an opportunity. Our client has a need, and we may not have an exact solution, but we may have some of the raw ingredients, or it may be in our roadmap. How do we come together and work through? So from that perspective, we have a real nice way to encourage and support ideas from folks, regardless of, like I said, where they are, what level of they're within the organization. None of those matters. So we're big believers in everyone innovates, and good ideas can come from anywhere in the organization.
I'd just add to what Sandeep said, really. I mean, innovation is a very deliberate thing, right? We actually need to make sure we are looking at how we innovate. Ideas, there's a lot of ideas coming in. The main thing is, as long as the ideas really are helping us solve business problems, that those are the ideas that we're looking for. The other thing is also from a risk perspective. Within our teams, we're kind of cultivating that, hey, innovation is difficult, it's hard, right? There's a certain element of risk to doing that. And depending on what you're trying to change, it could be, a process, it could be something new from a technology perspective, it could be something new from how our users or customers are really using our applications. It doesn't matter. Each of those things are hard. So really cultivating that piece within our teams to say, hey, be open to taking that risk. We understand that this is hard. You take this risk, there is a possibility we're going to fail, but let's fail quickly and let's move on further. Make that iterative approach so that we're able to kind of continue to innovate and not be worried about we failed this time, we don't want to do that again. The other big part that I think is also important from an innovation perspective is that error process, right? To make sure that we don't go ahead and talk about building the next perfect product. It's like, let's get to good enough, let's iterate, let's be courageous, and let's get there. So those are some of the things that we're also kind of getting into our teams, and someone coming into Deluxe is that it's okay to take risks, it's okay to fail. Let's fail fast.
Thank you for that. I'd like to say, as leaders, it's our responsibility to hear the best idea, not necessarily always to have the best idea. Mm-hmm. And in what you've shared, you've absolutely, I think, reiterated that for our teams and exemplified that. As leaders, how are you enabling the success of your teams? I think any potential candidate, any future employee of Deluxe, every current employee of Deluxe, we want to be able to grow. We want to be able to evolve in our careers. How are you helping your teams to be able to do that?
I could start with that one, B. Really, the first part of the piece is, we talked about collaboration a little bit, how we're collaborating across not just different functional areas, but also within all our segments. But the other big piece that we want to make sure we provide our teams, anyone coming in new, is really that clarity. The clarity of what are we trying to achieve, right? Clarity of where is the vision, where are we trying to go, what is the desire, right? What is really the desirability part of it. The next part is really providing that clarity from a role, providing that clarity from where do we want to go, how are we going to get this responsibility. And then really aligning everyone together. Once we kind of get through that, what the clarity part of it, and which is something that we have to continuously do, really enables our team to come back and keep asking the right questions, and then also getting the right answers. Once we say, hey, this is what we're looking for, this is where we're trying to go, here's your role and responsibilities, it kind of starts enabling the teams to make their own decisions. And really, it becomes a self-organized, self-moving team. So that is the idea for us with our teams is we want to enable our teams and get out of their ways. Like Sandeep said, we want to get out of their way so that they can go ahead and be successful.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. Clarity is so important. So one of the things we do at Deluxe is ensuring there's clarity of purpose, of goals, and of expectations for each of our team members. As an example, at the beginning of the year, we're about to start the process now for next year. We come up with what we call our annual operating plan, AOP. That starts with understanding at the Deluxe enterprise level what are our key objectives for the calendar year. And then we work towards cascading that and come up with a plan, a roadmap for each individual team member to do their part. So everyone feels like they're part of a greater mission and they have clarity around what they do day to day and how does that translate to the overall mission and success of the company.
Thank you for that. So thinking about, this being a career fair, this being an opportunity to talk to potential candidates for opportunities that we have, what are the characteristics and skills that you most look for when you are considering applicants?
Yeah, that's a great question, B. So, some of what I'm about to share is also where we are, as a business. In some ways, we're a very mature business, 100-plus-year-old company. But in other ways, we're new. We're inventing ourselves. We're finding our way. So this is not, a place where we have a blue book, a guide where everything we want to do for the next several years has already been written by somebody, and we're looking for people to come execute. This is where we're looking for, folks hungry to learn, willing to contribute, kind of figure out along the way, right? As Chris said, we need to take some risks. We are taking some risks. Not everything we're going to do is going to be a resounding success from day one. So I look for folks who are flexible, nimble, in some ways scrappy, to come in, roll up their sleeves, and help figure out. And this is, a great opportunity for anyone that is looking to be in a fast-paced environment. The amount of transformation we have gone through in the last, certainly in the year or so I've been, but let's say in the last couple, is just phenomenal. It takes most companies, I would say, 8 to 10 years to make the kind of progress we have been making and the path we're on. So it would need to be, someone who can kind of jump in and move at the pace. So that's some things I can share with the type of folks we're looking for. Now, clearly, the background, experience, technical requirements, educational requirements, those are a given, right? I'm talking more about maybe the soft skills, the mindset type of portions that would put certain folks over the top when they have all the other requirements. Krish?
Yeah, no, I completely agree with what Sandeep had to say. I was also going to say, coming from leading technology here at DLX, the product engineering pieces of it. I was also going to say there's a wide spectrum. I know, we're like Sandeep said, we collaborate with multiple different business leaders to form this happen. The good thing is there are different pieces that are going at different paces within the organization, right? I mean, in some spaces, we are really trying to, do some extraordinary things, especially around the data space and our payment space. But there are other spaces too where the teams are kind of smaller. So there's a wide spectrum in what you could do. There is the fast-paced pieces, and there is some of the pieces that are not entirely at the same fast pace as possible. So you do have the choice and the option. We do want to provide that kind of mobility within the groups. But the other pieces that are really, agree from a Sandeep standpoint is also we're trying to get folks to be more well-rounded overall. So, example is we have technology, of course, there's the programming, there's the languages, there's the part of it. But really what we are also trying to figure out is how do we build these products? How do we build the solutions? How do we make sure we get you to empathize with the problem or with the user and then build the right kind of things from that perspective? So it's of course when you bring technology, it's of course, hey, we're coding, we're building, we're architecting, we're doing all of those good things. But there is more to that. It is how are we doing this as really a team sport is what I would say. You realize that all of these different pieces have to come together for us to really get successful in the market with our customers, successful in what we're doing. The other aspect that I was also going to say is I know in some of the previous sessions that was mentioned is just a support from, there's more things that we do besides just building products. Of course, that is the main important thing, but there is also collaboration from an ERG perspective, taking care of our folks, there are multiple employee resource groups that folks can take care of us. So there are other things that we do besides just that. So I just wanted to throw that one in there too.
Thank you for that. One thing that I think is really important for us to call out, we all are fairly new in our time here at Deluxe. Something that I've experienced in being an employee, a Deluxer for just under 2 years, is a level of community and culture and investment in my career that I haven't experienced in other places. And that's something that I've noticed about the both of you as well. Taking that time to ensure your team members are having an opportunity to grow, have experiences that will help them to further develop their skills and have exposure very broadly to clients, products, and the work that you all are doing. Thank you for that.
Yep, absolutely, V. That's a great point that we should stress more. We have Deluxers that have been with the company a very long time. I routinely see Deluxers who've celebrated 35 years working of their 40th anniversary, which is just phenomenal. But we also have a mix of Deluxers such as myself and Krish and V who have joined the company, not that long ago. So there's a good mix of folks that bring in a lot of rich legacy, a lot of rich expertise. And then we also have newer folks who bring in new ideas, new experiences. So it's a great combination. And that has fostered, in my mind, a very different type of culture and collaboration that's helping us really break through these record at levels of transformation and the pace we're trying to move at.
Thank you. So tell us, what advice do you have for those listening and considering a career with Deluxe?
I'll start, Krish, and then you can chime in. There's a ton of information about Deluxe. I would encourage everyone to follow us. Stacy mentioned their career site. That's a great resource. We've been very active in the media and in the community. Take a look at us. Our CEO was recently on CNBC. You heard about the book. Follow us, get to know us, connect with us. If you are a user on LinkedIn, follow us, reach out. And we have made significant commitments to our hub locations where we operate. So that's going to be our focus and where we're going to grow. Regardless of, I know this is more of a technology and data related conversation, but regardless of, what expertise, we have openings across the company. And one of the things I don't believe it was mentioned, but I will, is Deluxe has won awards for several years, I believe 9 or 10 years in a row, for candidate experience. And that means when you come in as a candidate, the process we take you through, the well-rounded group of folks you get to interact and meet and learn with, and the pace at which we close the loop and provide feedback is one that I have not seen any other company do. So we take a lot of pride in that. So I would encourage anyone and everyone out there listening to check out our opportunities, apply, and come, be a part of this journey.
Thank you. We have just a few minutes left. Krish, was there anything that you wanted to add?
No, the only thing I agree with everything Sandeep was saying. I wanted to just add, hey, like I said, there's a wide spectrum. There's a lot of different roles. There's a lot of different things that you can do once you're here too. There's a lot of mobility from that perspective. I wanted to throw one other pitch out there on our innovation center that we built, within our 2 offices here in Atlanta and Minneapolis. So, how we interact with customers, how we really empathize with what they're doing. I think it's a key to what we do. And of course, we want to build things in certain, for data, for payments, for all of those. But really, we're trying to build that foundation on how do we build great products. So that is the bigger, exciting part. And, there's a wide spectrum. So like Sandeep said, find out, see more about what Deluxe does.
Thank you. Thank you both very much for taking this time to speak with potential candidates and those considering careers here with Deluxe. If you all want to join us for a little bit of Q&A, Please be sure to participate in that next session. You will be able to speak to Krish and Sandeep and ask them those burning questions that may have come up during our chat. Again, thank you for joining us. We have appreciated this time with you. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you.